Good morning, friends, and welcome to Ashok Leland Presents Trans India Real People, Real Emotions. Today's episode is about both real emotions as well as real people. When I joined this industry roughly 25 years back, there were a few people I used to look up to for guidance as well as inspiration. Having VIP chai at Rapid Transport Corporation was a tradition, and the gentleman, in literal sense, driving the company was late Mr. Mansoor Patel, who I fondly used to call as Chachu. Back in time, when people barely knew the difference between a transporter and a truck driver, he stood out as an image of the differentiator. After a long gap, I stepped into the new corporate office of Rapid Transport Corporation to meet his son, Mazin. From Masjid Bandar, the company has shifted its office to one of the prominent corporates hub of Mumbai, Lower Parel. Engaging in a marathon talkathon with Mazin was a delight, and it was encouraging to see how the new generation was confident of saying no to business opportunities that were not profitable. Mansoor Chachu was an integral part of Bombay Goods Transport Association for many decades. Irrespective of whether he was part of the managing committee or not, he was a friend to everyone across groups. So while Mazin has followed his father's footsteps in business, he is yet to join the mainstream association. So what's holding him back? We'll find out in our interaction with Mazin after this very short break. You are watching Ashok Leland Presents Trans India, Real People, Real Emotions.
आज इस बस में एक एस्ट्रोनॉट जा रहा है। उनके पास एक रॉकस्टार भी बैठी है। इनके बीच एक लॉयर भी है, एक इंजीनियर भी है, और एक डिजाइनर भी जा रही है, क्योंकि इस बस में सिर्फ बच्चे नहीं, इस देश का भविष्य जा रहा है और हमारा काम है उन्हें सुरक्षित उनकी मंजिल तक पहुंचाना। अशोक लीलैंड, कोई मंजिल दूर नहीं।
Welcome back to Ashok Leland Presents Trans India, Real People, Real Emotions. We are in conversation today with third generation transporter Mazin Patel, heading Rapid Transport Corporation. Your dad was in BGT's managing committee for so many years.
More than 10 years.
Much more than that.
Much more than that. He was involved, not even managing committee, he was not there, but still he was involved.
He was involved. But I've not seen you in the managing committee so far.
Yeah,
Why?
because after my father expired, I had some responsibility. First, those responsibilities more important. And so after when he also did not come immediately at a certain age. After when he grew at a certain age, then he come. And we'll see that time.
But I'm seeing a lot of youngsters coming in the managing committee now, but you're still missing there.
I'll be still missing then. Good, I'm not there in some point.
But you haven't ruled that out, right?
No, I'm not ruled out. See, anything can happen anytime, even you know. So you should keep one door open.
Okay.
We'll see when it's the right time, we'll go in.
Okay. Mazin, give me a background about Rapid Transport, how the company started.
It was started by my grandfather. In 1950s, he was since 1950s in transport. After that, he grew with his business. Then he got separated with his cousin. Then we all got separated from my uncles in 2002. From 2002 onwards, we and my father were there. Touchwood, it's been nearly not how much, 22 years. I'm with handling.
And you've been in the company for how long now?
More than 24 years. 24 years.
24 years. So you started young.
I started very young. I had, after my college, finished. I should love come here and sit. That made me a very big benefit because it made me learn a lot of things. See, you never knew who has how many life. What I learned during my father's day, today I'm able to handle it. Otherwise, it would be difficult to handle to everything. See, and because of what I've seen, how he used to talk to people, respect people, which made me learn, which I'm trying my best to do it.
Right. I
And
mean,
this is
I know him as one of the most, the finest gentlemen in the transport industry,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I
yeah.
if I can say that.
and I'll tell you, every 2 months, if you should not come, we should call you when you're coming for the tea.
Tea.
Tea?
Yes.
Yeah,
Rapid ki chai was famous.
Rapid Ki Chai was famous. Rapid Ki Chai was famous.
But tell me, how much has Rapid grown in the last few years?
I have grown by 40%.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what would be the factors for this growth?
One, the biggest factor is you have to be really truthful in your life. See, I've seen people saying business is not good, but I say no, it's always good. If you say things good, automatically things turns out to be good. And in today's scenario, you have to start saying no also some places.
Yes, you started doing that.
I've started doing that and I'm very happy to do it. And see, until you not say no, you will not able to come out of it. So when you come out of it, you'll get another opportunity. Otherwise, you'll be stuck in the same thing.
But do you think the industry on the whole should be doing something to tackle competition? कुछ हो सकता है इसका?
Yeah, the biggest thing is the reverse auction.
But that's a small fraction. I think
but-
10% tenders would be in reverse auction. Rest is the open market.
No. Okay, but see, if you go for any good big companies, if you go to any big companies, they're doing reverse auctions wherever there is a huge volume. So wherever there is a volume, there is going to be this thing, a reverse auction. And in reverse auctions, we don't see what we are getting. We see what we want a business. We don't see what we want a profit. We don't make a benchmark. So if you make a benchmark, then it will be very good.
But Mazin, do you think somewhere the industry on the whole has failed in making policies?
See, policies are there. So, like what policy if you say for the freight channel?
Maybe freight,
Freights.
maybe something as simple as detention charges.
See, detention.
Small things.
Yeah, some small things. Detention charges. See, they try to make it, but no one. The thing is, the company should get implemented. Even if you go and tell a company they have a vehicle that's standing, this thing, they will charge you detention. What will they know? Yeah, detention. What is the detention? No one is agreeing to give detention.
Right.
If you make a policy, but the policy should also come from the government side also. No? Okay, your vehicles are standing, everything. Well, now if you go to see what is the cost of a vehicle is so huge, so high. And the rates, if you go to see, the rates are the same for last 3-4 years.
Correct.
So the rate should also increase. The rates also not increasing. Why the rates are not increasing? Because we are thinking we are going into GST and taking the GST way. But it's going to be one of the slowly the rates of the vehicles also rising. But we are not able to increase our rates because of the competition.
But tell me, how in a month, on an average, how many days has your truck actually run?
Not more than 15 to 17. Because the rest of the days are either waiting for unloading or not available of the material. See, if you have both the sides load also, then also I've seen that there is a market certainty what happened. Like first 10 days there's no load.
Correct.
Next 10 days there's a load. And last 10 days is like we are
Excess
fighting for the loads. Fighting for the vehicles. Yeah, because these are the things.
So that symmetry is not there.
Symmetry is not there.
But in Mazin, how much has business changed since you joined? I mean, 24 saal, major changes.
Technologies have changed. Technologies have come in.
So life has become simpler?
No, life has not become simpler. Sir, I'll tell you one thing. When I had come, that time there was no emails in your mobile or anything. There was no WhatsApp, anything. So we should not give any. We have to not give any reply. Now what's happened? You have WhatsApp, you have emails, everything in your phone. So you have to give answers. And now the customers are saying that they first thing in the morning when they call up, they'll not ask you, hi, how are you? They'll ask you, what's your pending orders?
Oh.
So we have to become such a way. By morning, you should have your reports and everything. What's your pendency? So so why it's become easy? And in the morning, a person will sending you what are the pending dues. Where are the pending orders? So at least we know, yes, this is a pending order. Also, we can answer them.
So do you also send them the pending payment sheet? कि ये बाकी भी है?
I think so. Once I send you one message. We are the transporter who always run behind the money. It's the same thing. It will always be there like that.
That one thing has not changed.
Nothing has changed. They will not change also. Government wants to make a law. Why they want to make a law? To improve roads, road killing and suicides. The thing is what the driver is also always been a scapegoat. If they want to bring the law, no problem. But there will be some safeguard for the drivers. If there is no safeguard for the driver will never come to work. This will make more. They will create more problem later on. They will say we don't want to work. They say the matter is not about the money. The matter is about the going to the jail, because they know if they go to the jail, the money the owner will give. But why will they say why we will want to spoil our life in the jail and our earnings will go? Because if they support the family, they come. Why do they drive? To support the family.
Right.
So if they want to support the family, they'll say, I will not go for jail for 2 years also. They'll say, why will I go for 1 year also?
One day also.
One day
Why
also.
should he go to jail?
Yeah, because anytime if you go to see anytime, it's I think so. Grish, more than me, you have seen people must have come to you about this accidents happened. Tell me any one incident where the driver has not been made a scapegoat.
Absolutely. I mean, I have seen many cases where the driver is not at fault, but yet he's beaten up.
Yes,
The first thing they do
yeah.
is beat up the driver.
Yeah, and there's just some places I feel that they purposely come and break it. Some other people they stand there, they want to make sure that they kill him and they can extort money.
Absolutely. But what about the announcement for rest houses for drivers? How
That
do
is
you
very
see
good. That's very good.
That should help the industry.
That will help the industry in a long term time, because see, after what when the driver is being there, he says, I don't want my son to get into the driving industry. He doesn't want anyone else to come into his industry from his family. So when they will come, when they'll see, yeah, on the road we are getting as good facilities are there. We have our rest houses, we have everything. See, because road infrastructure is going on very good. It's changing everything. Earlier, like if you go to see in Bombay, Nagpur, what used to there, like we should take around 18 hours, 20 hours, 25, 4 hours to reach. Now in 12 hours we can reach, right? If the truck will also reach into around not 12, 14 hours. If it reaches in 14 hours on the way, if he gets a rest to take a place to rest for 1 or 2 hours, he'll say, yes, I have no problem. I'll go. I know that at this particular morning, if I reach, my vehicle also can't unload it.
Correct.
So
he can plan himself.
He can plan himself. After this, so many places. This is the rest house. I can go and take a rest.
Correct. Do you also have the problem of driver shortage, or you're sorted that way?
Driver shortage will always be there. If any given time, around 5 to 6% of your vehicles will always be standing
Because of driver shortage.
At least 2 to 3 vehicles are always standing.
We will continue our interaction with Mazin after this very short break. You are watching Ashok Leland presents Trans India. Real people, real emotions.
आज इस ट्रक पे एक किसान की जमा पूंजी जा रही है। एक दुकानदार की तरक्की भी है, एक मां की ममता भी है। आज इस ट्रक में सिर्फ गेहूं चावल नहीं, एक बेटी की ताकत भी सफर कर रही है, और उनके संग एक ड्राइवर की मेहनत भी है। क्योंकि इस ट्रक में सिर्फ अनाज नहीं, इस देश के कई लोगों के अरमान और सपने भी चलते हैं, और हमारा काम है उन्हें सुरक्षित उनकी मंजिल तक पहुंचाना। अशोक लीलैंड, कोई मंजिल दूर नहीं।
Welcome back to Ashok Leland presents Trans India. Real people, real emotions. We are in conversation today with third generation transporter Mazin Patel, heading Rapid Transport Corporation. Mazin, what are you doing for your drivers to, so that you keep them within the fold?
See, I said, every technology is changing, everything is changing. So we have to help. Like we are saying that we want to give you a trip basis, salary also trip basis, some incentive, how much you earn, these things, and we have to give them special, take care of them. When there's an accident, so they cannot pay everything. So you have to help them in that way. Then if there's some or the other way, you have to help them out.
And
You have to help them out.
And they're happy with that.
They're happy with that. Basically, what the drivers they want? They see not the managers. They were the one when the boss talks to them.
Right.
If a boss talks to them, like if any owner talks to them, when the good people talk to them, they feel happy. They feel secure.
I think that security part is very
the
important.
The best only thing is the security. They want security.
Mazin, what are your plans from here on? Where do you plan to grow?
Plans so you have to grow only. If you not grow, you will not survive.
But any targets in mind? By the next 5 years, I have to have this much of fleet or this much of business, these many routes.
See, right now, if you go to today's scenario, whatever your business you have to maintain that right now. Because see, even if I'm telling you, like I'm not buying vehicles right now because looking at the prices of the vehicle and rates. So right now, whatever you have, at least you have to sustain for 1 year. After 1 year, you can go for a good growth because everything things should also settle because everywhere worldwide the sentiments are very bad.
Right.
So once the sentiments are bad, it will affect you also. So at least after around 2 years, we'll go for a good growth.
You've been using Ashok Leyland trucks.
Yeah, I'm using Ashok Leyland. Maximum of my vehicles are Ashok Leyland.
What changes have you seen in these trucks over the years?
They have very good eye alert system, which has helped me a lot for eye alert. Earlier I should not use it. Now I've started. My persons are using. I'm telling them where are the vehicles, what are the faults. You come to know the faults. You come to know what's the average. AdBlue. So sometimes they have AdBlue. You see, you need AdBlue is compulsory. You have to use it in BS6. So we know that how much AdBlue is being consumed. So when you have to refill. So like on the route, we know that en route you have to give him. So you have to give him. We can give him the en route in this thing. Right. And if you go to see overall also, the average is also good.
Oh, that's nice.
Average is also good.
I think what would be the top 2 problems that you think this industry faces today?
1.
2.
Biggest problem is that we don't have unity. Second, the freights.
And I think unity can solve the freight issue. But I don't know what can solve the unity issue.
Yeah, unity issue will always be there because everyone does not want to unite and do work. If you go to every multinational, so they have something or the other. They have a benchmark.
Correct.
So if we become united, we say yes, this is the benchmark. Let's work on this benchmark. Right. And I've seen like in some places, if you talk to a person and all, they agree and they come and do it. They say yes, you're right. We should do it.
So when you go to a customer with a proper presentation and say, okay, this is my cost, this is what it is, do they understand? I'm not saying if they increase or no, but do they understand?
They have all the data. Because see, right now, they all are tech savvy.
Right.
They have everything. They know this is the cost. But they will never agree to it. If they agree, then they have to give the rate. So no one will agree. And today everyone says today no one says what you want to do. This is what saving we can do.
So talking of savings, as a transporter, are you also trying to put in efforts to get better average, more number of kilometers? How do you add to your savings?
See, I had spoken to a very good person. Now since technology comes, you have to take the technology, start using those technologies, and you have to educate the drivers also. Which we have started educating the drivers. Say, let's see, in this particular route, these routes, there is no hills, there's plain roads, there are 4-lane roads. So you're getting a better average. So if you're getting better average diesel, you have to, like, instead of you're also having, you're selling it, don't sell it. Let us share out something. So in 1 or 2 routes, we have started doing this thing. This is the way we have to do it.
Finally, Mazin, any tips that you think can make this industry a better place to work, especially for youngsters who are, even now I see some youngsters are hesitant कि यार transport business नहीं join करना है. But you joined at a very early age.
I joined at a very early age.
So any advice for them?
See, if you go to any business, it will be the same. You have to start using technology also here, and you have to be very truthful about it and never lie out to customer. See, if you say very frankly to customer that the vehicle is not reaching away, at least these things helps them. They think, yeah, at least you know that everything is truthful. The vehicle reach or not.
I think that's a very good point. That really helps.
Yeah, this is the biggest thing which helps out.
And that has worked in your favor so far.
Yeah, it has to work out because you're not telling, because if you say no, brother, sir, if I tell you, Girish, I'm coming at 11 o'clock and I don't come at 11, I come at 12 o'clock. So what do you say? Yeah, every time he goes and he says 11, he'll come at 12. And if I say 11, I'm coming by 15 minutes, I'll tell you, yeah, I'm late. So you say, this guy is at least telling us the truthful that he'll be late or anything. So truthness, you have to always be truthful. Help.
Being honest in the transport business is a tough task, given the demands of the customers. And learning to say no is another challenge, both of which Mazin seems to have captured. These qualities seem to be working well for him. We hope the above will be a good lesson for aspiring transporters and even the existing ones. We will be back again next week with exclusive coverage of the 215th Managing Committee meeting of All India Motor Transport Congress and interaction with transporters and truckers during the meeting. You are watching Ashok Leyland presents Trans India, Real People, Real Emotions. Until next week, stay safe and drive safe. Jai Hind.